the stars to our soul. It's worth more than all the gold. Native strength. Most of us hear voices in our head to some extent or another. These voices might remind us of our grocery list, congratulate us on a job well done, or berate us for our mistakes. The voices in our head that feed on our fears would have us believe that the world is a very dangerous place. These fear feeders tell us that if we aren't vigilant, we'll be taken advantage of, do something we'll regret, or be victimized. When something bad happens to us, we can easily feel defeated. We all work very hard to make sure no tragedies will befall us or the ones we love, and still, things will inevitably go sour at some point. I want to share a story with you that taught me a valuable lesson about finding something good in something bad. This is a story about a farmer who lived on a farm with his son and one horse. One day, the barn door was left open and the horse ran away. When the nearby villagers heard about it, they ran to the farm to tell the farmer how sorry they felt for him. "How will you work your farm without your horse?" they asked. The farmer simply shrugged and said, "Is it good or is it bad? Who's to say?" A few days later, the farmer's horse returned, and following it were two more horses. The villagers were so excited for the farmer's luck that they ran to his farm and told him so. And the farmer simply shrugged his shoulders and said, "Is it good or is it bad? Who's to say?" The new horses were not broken in, so the farmer's son worked hard to break them in so they could be of use on the farm. While doing so, one of the new horses threw him off, and his leg was broken. The villagers again ran to the farm and expressed their deep sadness about the son's broken leg. "Now your son can't help you on the farm," they said, and they hung their heads low. The farmer simply shrugged and said, "Is it good or is it bad? Who's to say?" As the son was healing from his broken leg, a war broke out in the countryside. All of the young men were sent to fight. Many died or were seriously injured. However, since the farmer's son had a broken leg, he was not able to go. The villagers again came to the farm to say to the farmer how very lucky he was that his son didn't have to go fight in the war. And once again, the farmer shrugged his shoulders and said, "Is it good or is it bad? Who's to say?" This simple story teaches us that in many times in life, it's not so easy to judge something as being good or bad, because there are many times when something good can come from something bad. Most of the time, we can find something good in every situation if we try hard enough, even if it's just a valuable lesson in life experience. We may have learned what to avoid, or clues and signals that alert us to when things are not going the way we had hoped, or that someone is about to do something unpredictable. We can always find a way to take a bad experience and learn from it, to find a way to do better next time. But there may even be more to it than that. This thing we perceived as a bad experience may have kept us from something much worse. It may have even saved our life in the long run. Many people who win the lottery say it ruined their life. People tried to separate them from their money in one way or another. They felt like a target was on their back and that their friends only cared about the money. So something bad can come from something good as well. It's easy to say we got a raw deal in life, but how often do we really look around at the experiences of others to realize it actually could be much worse. If we have health and a roof over our head, we're luckier than a large number of people around the world. It's easy to think of the things we wish we had, the people we wish we could hold one more time. But our minds are not usually so aware of how much more difficult our lives could be. When we compare ourselves to people who are bedridden, homeless, living in a war zone or abject poverty with no food, water, or electricity, we may find that we actually have a lot for which to be thankful. And thank you for watching.
From the stars to our soul, it's worth more than all the gold.